All right, folks, we have another War on the Rights, Eye in the Sky, East Woods Skirmish. It has really just began, and so let's just hop into it here, and we'll try to catch up with introductions, but yeah, it's starting off hot. The Union got the jump on the CSA. The CSA, we'll see if they're able to hold. You can see both the Union and the CSA are hugging the CSA right, Union left. We're at the extreme of where they can go. And we'll see if they can make it over this deadly crossing. As the Union, you kind of want to shoot them all off. CSA don't have many back here. They're going to be coming in and skirmishing, which is less than ideal, but I understand you don't want to lose your flag, so I get it. The Union, for their part, they're holding up all right, but if they don't keep that momentum up, it's going to be very rough. And there's, yeah, now with a third. Yeah, you got 3 flags spawning against 2, and you're kind of pinned against the edge of the map. And if the Union wants to get those flags out, they have to get them out now. And even then, it might be too late. All right, so the Union's got to fall back. Well, we'll see if they get their flags out, but there's going to be a reset on that side. There's another Union flag there, and so that would account for 1, 2, 3 Union flags. That's got to be the Arty commander. You can get in over here, or is this just, no, that's just the CSA group that didn't have to really deal with anyone. So there's going to be a brief reset here. We can use this opportunity to catch our breath. It is East Woods Skirmish. It's a Union attacking map. It is a map where only the attackers have Arty, and there it is. It is not a long way from point. The point is really kind of just as you enter that tree line there. And actually, I think you might be able to cap from the very corner of that corn. So that's that. The left side push involves what the Union tried to do, which is you go out here far to the left, and you try to capture that T-junction right up there where this snake fence runs into the other snake fence. There's that lone tree there. That's kind of another reference point that people will use. And that's one way that the Union will frequently try to push. If they can get up there, it's a very good position. On that high ground near that T intersection that we're going to take a look at now, you can see right down into the point. Man, smoke and fog. This is actually supposed to be very late in the day here. Kind of the precursor to the real bloody day of Antietam. But you can see if the Union were up here, they'd be able to look down, shoot down into the point, and it's hard for the CSA then to approach them in a way that doesn't cost a lot of tickets to dislodge them. And then from this position, the Union could push down and try to hold this intersection, and from there they're just on the doorstep of point. So that's a rough one if the Union are able to do it. This is a very interesting map weapons wise for the Union, because they combine and you can tell the bucktails here, they combine the high rate of fire of the Sharps, and we have a Sharps regiment here. Oh, that's right. So since there is a Sharps company, the Union only have 3 flags on this map. So that took me a second to register. There is kind of a bit of a downside to those, that they don't have 2 flags per company. They're going to have 1 for that Sharps company. And then to complement the high rate of fire and decent distance of the Sharps, the other 2 companies have 1842s. And 1842s are not unheard of for the Union in...
John Brown will lead us to victory, I believe.
Yeah, that's the officer there. It's entirely possible. Maybe that's my cue as we're about to go in. Just, you can take a look at the officers. We should unmute them as much as we can, or I should unmute them as much as I can, which is a fair amount. Okay, we can do that. We can do that. Whole bunch of people that I didn't get around to muting, but if it's a problem, we'll worry about it later. But for now, we're gonna see what we get here. Now, last round was a Hills counterattack, and we ended up, I think, with almost 325 on the server. So, and we started with 225. So we gained almost 100. I think a bunch of the NA events got out, and folks who still hadn't got their War of Rights fill hopped on the pub server, and so we are back. And this is a pub match here, if you could not tell. And the Union group, This is kind of a huge win. Being able to get up here for any Union is a fairly big thing, and the CSA has not responded to it is interesting. The CSA is still holding up there. 1, 2, yeah, 3 Union flags over here. I'm not sure what happened with the CSA. They eventually reacted to the first push, but for the CSA, this is a very good side to hold because the corn provides concealment, the fence provides some cover. On the downside, they are staring into Union Arty, which is right back there. So it ain't great. And you can see that's the CSA. They're using the shadows, the shade of the tree line, as well as the actual cover of the trees. There it is. Oh. Well, he's up high, but I'm up a little bit higher. And we'll see when they realize. Do they not hear that shooting on the right? There you go.
Go over here into this snake rail and then fire the Yanks.
Yeah.
Then fire the Yanks on the snake rail. Fire at will. We're right in their rear. Fire at will to our front. We're right in their rear, boys. Fire
It works really well, especially if you have support. Otherwise, the downside is that they can go up and over in the corn, come over here, cut off your retreat path, and down your flag. So the CSA can make the most of that. And this is why I hate being where the Union is. I hate defending on the opposite side of a corn fence, because what happens is exactly what the CSA has done here. They concentrate on one position. So 30 guys can show up where the other side has like 5. They shoot it out. They wipe, and in this case, they could then pull back if they wanted to. And these guys here are these new? Yeah, I had a feeling that these were newer players. They're standing there reloading with a melee going on a few yards away, but we were all new at this game once, unless you've never played it and just enjoy being bored by me. So yeah, the game itself is actually beautiful. I don't think my system is going to do it justice, and I hope we don't repeat the problem that we've had in a couple of recent videos. Some audio and video stuttering that we hadn't had. I don't think I've had it in years. I'm not sure what that was, but I hope it doesn't ruin this one. East Woods Skirmish is one of those, it can go from blinding to, if the map goes long enough, to pretty dark. Alright, CSA is doing okay. He's about to go down to engaged. CSA is up on tickets. This can be a rather tough attacking map for the Union. I feel like I'm saying that on a lot of maps these days. This one is a tough attacking one for the Union. I did an auto in Sherrick the other day. I'm not sure we'll post it. And here we have a split push. I don't know if this is a flag troll or what. Was there any Union with this? A level 32 knows better. I had no idea this happened. I was over here. I have no idea how these guys phased over here. We won't ask questions like that. And like ships passing.
Read the fucking chat, dude. Read the fucking chat. Pull the fuck out, dude.
Yeah.
What the fuck y'all on?
Well, have fun reading chat and looking at your respawn screen. I don't know, man. That CSA flag did a great job just running straight through the blue lines. I think the CSA was cut off and he just ran through. I have no idea. This is one of the weirdest engagements I've seen. Alright. And the Union's over there shooting. I don't know, a couple bullets went by me, so I don't know if they know that they won that melee. You get this kind of stuff on East Woods Skirmish. Alright, we have this CSA group here. They must know that someone's close and... Correction, someone was close, and they're now pulling out. What the Union can sometimes do with that corn is they can push in waves. They just come in, do a raid, wipe a bunch of tickets, get their flag out, rinse and repeat. The attackers have more tickets, so it's easy enough to do. That's a lot of skirmishing and out of line. I know it's hard to hit solitary moving targets, but each one that does hit hits about 3 to 5 times as bad. All right, and to the Union's credit, they've put the CSA down to engaged here before 27 minutes, so that's generally pretending a good thing, though the relative balance is against them. But it's only a quarter of a morale stage, so it's not too bad. The Union can certainly come back from that, and I would not count them out. This looks like, yeah, that looks like some Union. Ha! All right, so we have CSA now running up. This is all very confusing. You had a Union group run that way, and then you had another CSA group come from the woods over there to kind of do the 1862 version of a, I don't know if it's a drive-by or a drive-up. I don't know, but their own shoot and scoot, their own raid, and now they're pulling back to get healthy. We can see where the Union is here because of their flag. We have a CSA group that's up there. Another CSA flag that's there. Is that a new? Yeah, that felt like. All right, second Union flag there, and the third one's probably over there, holding their backside. A pretty looking flag right there, but I could go on and on about this.
And then we're gonna bring it back. Fall back, fall back, fall back.
Proceed. Over here.
I'm sitting far away.
Pull back,
Nice.
pull back, pull back.
What I really like that the Union is doing is that they're staying together. It makes it very hard for the CSA to defeat them in detail when they're together like this. They could just overwhelm them and defeat them 1-to-1. But they at least take defeat in detail off the table by concentrating like this.
Let's go.
And that group must just be shooting at Rambos, because the great majority of the Union, we're up to 266. I still have faith we're going to crack 300. I don't like putting up games that don't do well in terms of server pop, so
At the end of the court. Everybody in.
hopefully we get there by the end of it.
Nice one.
Kill him, kill him, kill him. Take those bullets on the right. Get those bullets.
You go back. You wipe good, you wipe good.
And this push from the Union's going well. The further you push in, though, the more probable it is, or possible it is, that the CSA will cut you off.
We won the melee.
And you'll get pinched behind them, and their
Enemies in
spawn.
front of us, enemies in front of us. Shoot. Right in front of us. Gentlemen, on the line, right in front of us. Right in front of us, on the line.
But I think the Union's being
We still got
aided
some
by
over here. Let's kill him on this side, gentlemen.
a kind of piecemeal approach by the CSA. It seems like they're coming in 1 or 2 companies at a time, rather than 3 or 4. And so that flag advantage the CSA has is nullified because you're not using all your flags at once. You're only engaging with some of your companies. Then those flags can only generate value if they're engaged. Well, you got a CSA flag down here. And then this still seems
There you
like
go.
a
Stay right here. Stay right here, Fudd.
seems like a lot more Union shooting than CSA shooting, which makes me wonder, where is the rest of the CSA? They're not trying anything tricky over here. They're not trying to cut the Union off and make them come to them. This is very good for the Union. You can see how the tickets have switched.
Hold that right. Hold this fucking ball and hold.
Fucking ball and hold.
Fire.
I mean, this is the Union's fight. You're in the woods with 42s.
Press 5. If you do have a bayonet on, get your bayonet on.
Yeah.
Hold fire, hold fire, hold fire. At the
Yet
ready,
another
get your
reason
guns
why the
at the ready.
CSA
Not fire
typically
yet.
holds this side at many hazards.
Some reps to our southeast. Get ready.
In front of us. Hold on. Hold fire, goddamn. On me.
Though if they get in either position, it's a challenge. So you see the Union, one flag pulling out.
Double quick. Hold.
Got some Union coming back here from foray. Yeah, Union's doing very well here.
My guys, pull it back. You're ready to ship. Pull it, guys. Hey, my guys, 32nd A. Hey, where the fuck y'all going? 32nd A, where the fuck y'all going? We're out of here.
I am amazed the CSA has not cut this off.
Let's go. We're out of here. Let's go.
Union's delving very deep here.
Hold behind these rocks.
Died.
They got a couple flat, a
Make sure
couple
you got
guys
the ball
behind their
loaded. This
flags.
is your chance to get alert if you need them.
Cool, Edmund.
We're gonna slip. He's going for that color. He's going for the colors. Look at that flag. Look southeast. He's going for the flag. Hit him. He's going for the flag. Kill that flag.
I don't know where that third Union flag is.
Move now. Move now. Move.
Turn around, reload. Turn around, reload. Put your bayonets on. Bayonets on too.
There
They
it
ain't
is.
taking our corn, boys.
Look at that thing.
What kind of psycho hates corn?
All right, we got a Union advance here. Ooh. Some CSA over there. Some CSA over there.
You take it. That was a good pull out. That was a good pull out. That was a good pull out.
The splatter in the woods looks really
Is
weird.
on the left?
We're coming through. We're coming
Yeah,
through.
right there.
Alright, okay, good. Alright, pull back. Everyone retreat.
CSA finally got the
Pull
Union
back.
down and taking losses. Doesn't
Just look forward, guys. Look forward.
doesn't matter too much. CSA is about a third of the way through taking losses, well before 17 minutes.
Alright, hold right here.
Now, stay to your star. Stay to your star. Stay with your star. Company B,
Stay
turn
inside this
around,
line,
turn
right in
around,
line,
turn
right in
around.
this line, right in
Company
line,
B
right
to your star. Company
Stay
B.
down,
All
stay
right,
down. Everyone
now
take a
the
knee, take a knee.
Union's a little divided. You got one group over here, and you got two in the corn,
Yeah,
so
right, you ain't lying, brother.
Pull back to the fence
they're hard to
line.
see, but it's also hard to see what's coming.
Back.
I think if the CSA got a little more
Keep
aggressive
running,
here,
keep
they
running,
could
follow your star. Keep running, follow
defeat
your
at least
star.
part of the Union detail, but now that opportunity is evaporating.
Oh, they didn't. Friendly coming, don't you guys, friendly.
Alright.
One,
Take up-
two, all
Hold
three
right
flags
here,
out.
On this line, gentlemen.
That's Very nicely
On
done.
the new fence, on the new line.
Stop,
Take
stop,
up
over.
position.
Very nicely done.
Sharp, push me, fall, stop.
Agent, you wanna hold the...
Yes.
Where are you holding? Far
I'm
left?
going left, I'm going left.
Full loads, gentlemen, full loads.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh, yeah, okay.
Take A.
Company D, get on the fence. Company D, get on the fence.
And we'll see if the CSA tries to repeat their earlier success charging through the corn.
Rear rally.
That felt ambitious when they did it, and they just don't seem to have the same level of vigor that they had at the beginning of the match. And I think I heard it was Agents Group that's now going up to the high ground, the T-juncture. And Union's got a little bit of time if they want to shoot it out. But they don't want the CSA to be able to play it cagey and not keep pressure on the CSA's tickets and leave some sort of opening. I see this move up here where they can play cap recap. Now the Union, they're going for a deep dive here. I kind of want to see what this group does. Yeah, I know we're all going blind and looking at that. There's nothing I can really do. I don't want to see where this... Oh, I guess that Union advance didn't go anywhere. But again, it's only one company that came out to do this. I'm guessing you're new? Yeah. Yeah. Alright, so there's something going on over here. We'll see if they're just going to push into these rocks.
Wheel, left wheel.
Yep. And there are little islands of rocks here, but that is a big old wave, and you got to call that stuff out. You got some experience there. I think you're all going to get wiped because momentum is a thing. Unless you had friendlies that were queued up to shoot them down as they did that, that's going to be a wipe. But they got the flag out. That's what really matters, and they need to be very cautious about how they proceed.
Just shoot, you guys are a little faster. Oh, get the flag up.
'Tis true. Alright, so anyways, that's the show over there. And you can see this is smoke and evening falling here. It's... Oh, we got ourselves a melee here. I don't know how big that CSA group was that went in. It looked a little undersized compared to the company they were charging. But one of the benefits for the Union is that each company on average is a bit larger, except for the Sharps group. Although that's really kind of a downside in that you tend to be on flag longer. All right, I saw movement up here. And it looks like they pushed the Sharps group back to this rock. I hate this position. It's better than nothing. It's hard cover, but if there were like two groups harassing this group here, one could move up there, the other can move up the side and take away all that cover. So use it for short trips, but don't let yourself get fixed there if the enemy is more mobile. All right, it looks like Camp Recap is going to be out of the cards for the CSA. They're on the doorstep of breaking. You know, it's pub. I say that, but you really wouldn't pull it off in organized play either. But you're going to have out of lines. You're going to have skirmishing deaths before it's all over. I think that's the CSA pulling back. Looks like CSA. And I think we have one Union group up here that's trying to take tickets. Yep, and that's the CSA going breaking. They may pay for it by losing their company and their flag. That's rough. Now it should be 4 flags to 2, but maybe the friendlies will bail it out. Probably the worst thing that happens for the Union now is that they lose a second flag, and then they have to take off several minutes because they can only take cold shootouts or YOLO charges.
To the south. Don't shoot.
At this point as the Union, I think I'd be more worried about the time left on the clock than the tickets we have. And again, with cap recap off the board for the defenders.
Hold the line, boys.
Are they just out of... Okay, they're not out of reach of the second friendly flag. I'm guessing that's the CSA one that just got up. So that was a very good recovery from the Union over there. I am just really surprised that the CSA has not pounced on more of these groups. Especially with one group up here holding down that group. That should give 3 the chance to take down the 2 that have kind of consolidated here. Or, if they're going to play it cold, send a second group up there and shoot the sharps out of those rocks. And then make it 4 flags against 2 and wipe the 2 groups that are here. It's always easier said than done, but that's why I do it, because it's easier.
Stop right here. Stay on your side. Go, sprint. Bring it down.
There's the CSA. They're in the kind of Cap Rocks area there. That's one company. Second company's there. There's 2 more. Almost certainly 1 back. Yeah, oh, 2 back. Both those CSA flags were there. My guess is the Union wants to make it bloody.
Shoot and go.
Yeah, you do have to kind of go. Otherwise, those 2 groups that were lagging back there are going to show up. They seem to be taking some fairly ambitious shots, those groups that are back there. I don't know. Can they see more than I think? Probably. So this is... Oh, they're shooting in a different group.
Ja, maar dit je uit, man. Je kunt het
Alright.
Get a bit of fire, right front.
Union on the down long. The splatter here is really odd. I don't know what that is.
Stop here? Let's fucking hold it.
Union's making it bloody. Almost got the CSA halfway through. That is the Union going to cap. That's the Sharps group, I think. It's just hard to see much of anything here. You can see him back there. Oh.
Pull this company back. Pull back.
Union's gone breaking, but not the biggest problem in the world. They're going to take a lot of ticket loss here. And manpower loss, really. I think the real concern might be, do they have enough folks over here to push these sharps out? These sharps are right where they want to be. Right? Pretty spread out. I would say they might be able to grab a little bit more cover if they want to. I don't know if they're on cap or not. I can't tell from spectator. I thought we just saw cap pressure. But I was going to say, if the field was mostly open in front of them, that's where the sharps want to be.
Pull back, up the hill. Let's go.
Yeah.
Right, y'all.
Yeah, I think they're just trying to pull the CSA out and just plink some tickets away. All right, so we made it over 300. That's promising. And this group's coming all the way out. You're not new here. Yikes.
Are they actually charging? Get us Nick. Are they actually? No way.
They're actually charging.
Dude.
I don't know if they know they're charging the sharps guys or just don't care. I don't think that's gonna go well. Yep, that group's just about done. Very nicely done. It's a good use of the sharps. Alright, I see a lone Union flag running towards the Union spawn, so I think I know what that means. But CSA is not only just about in last stand, they are in last stand. So, this one, it's all over but the crying. From here, the Union probably is time for 3 charges on point, and the CSA might have the tickets for a little more than 1. Might. Right, and that depends on how cagey they're playing it right now. It's probably going to be a moment before those Union groups get ready to push the point, but it's not going to be many moments.
Like James.
Union's got a very decent concave on the CSA who has to kind of be near point, and being near point frequently means you're not in cover, and that's a dilemma you don't want. Yeah, and the Union plink is very effective here, even with a number of 42s. Quantity has a quality of its own, right?
Shoot the cord.
Now the Union should be on cap. I don't know. Yeah, some of them are, and now they're starting to throw cap weight onto it.
Firewall through the bush. Firewall through the bush. Through the bush. Big advantage.
So it goes marching on. We've killed the field. I tell you
They
what,
did.
guys, let's be a little cocky. Let's move up on them. Let's go.
Everybody charge. Everybody charge.
Steel's down.
Oh,
Oh wait, they're already all dead.
that's it? That's all she wrote. This should be an interesting one to take a look at the casualty report. I know that it starts good for the CSA, and then once the Union embeds themselves in that corn and the CSA is unable to push them out, it all turns around. Yeah, I think the Union might win on casualties too, or at least make it close as the attackers. I mean, as the CSA is just, it's too many deaths, it's too many out of lines. Just way too many out of lines. Kind of those numbers would have to be reversed, and the skirmishing doesn't really make up for it. So, well done to the Union if you want to see how to attack on that one. Yeah, I enjoyed watching that one.